Namaskaram. Welcome to my channel, VPK Nutrition, Mind Body Healing with Pushpa. September being the Healthy Aging Month, I decided to talk on that subject today and give you some practical tips for healthy aging. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about healthy aging. This being September Healthy Aging Month, I thought this would be an appropriate topic for us today. Again, what is aging, right? When we start to get, let's say, in the 40s or even the 50s, then you start to see a lot of changes happening in the body. Now, according to Ayurveda, aging is characterized by degenerative changes in the body. And we know that if you've lived over 50 years and you're over 50-year-old, then you know that things are not the same anymore. A lot of things that you used to be able to do before are becoming more difficult or hard to even accomplish anything. So we need to learn some tips in diet and lifestyle that would help us to live more healthy and also have a little bit of enthusiasm and joy in life. So first of all, when we look at the physical part of our life, Vata energy, like I said, was air and space dominant. So when the Vata energy increases, what happens is a lot of drying happens in the body. So there is coldness and drying happening in the body, and this can manifest as indigestion, gas, bloating, and even constipation. And I see a lot of elderly patients who have constipation all the time. And again, there is also other problems like physical things like drying of the joints happen. So because of that, you can have arthritis and also knee pain, ankle pain. A lot of pain also is related to Vata energy. Now, Vata is also responsible for the nervous system in the body. So naturally, it also manifests as nervousness, anxiety, fear, worries. And again, it also dries out the gray matter in the brain. So naturally, memory loss is a big problem with Vata increasing. Now, in extreme cases, let's say you're already a Vata person and Vata is extremely imbalanced, you can end up with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and things like that as well. Again, remember, we are living longer and longer nowadays. So naturally, this Vata stage is becoming so prolonged. So naturally, people end up with so many of these illnesses. So there are a lot of diet and lifestyle things that you can do in order to help yourself so you can still maintain a certain healthy living standard without getting too sick. So that's what I'm going to be covering today. Number one, Vatas need a routine. So make sure you set up a routine for waking up, eating times, bedtime, and also activities. Now, I've covered this in the dosha clock, which is optimum for which time of day. And last week, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about the morning routine as well. Again, try to follow some of these things, and that will help you balance your own body and give you some kind of grounding, both physically and mentally. Number two, Vata pacifying diet for healthy aging. First of all, choose foods that are easily digestible and cooked fresh and in smaller quantities during every meal time. Now, avoid eating cold, raw, and dry foods. Now, when I say cold and raw, I mean lots big bowls of salads or smoothies. And then when it comes to dryness, it could be like very dry nuts or just dry popcorn and dry, these fried snacks. Anything fried is also very drying. So try to avoid all of these. Again, have more oily foods, meaning use a little oil in cooking and add some ghee when you're eating your food. Those are all good and help with better digestion. Number three, Abhyanga or self-oil massage is very effective for a Vata person. Now again, this you can do before you take a shower in the morning, and I mentioned that in daily routine as well. So even if you cannot do a whole body massage, at least take some warm sesame oil or coconut oil or a combination of the two and do some mild strokes in the body. The kind of like, it's called snehana in Ayurveda, which means giving love to yourself. So when you do this massage for yourself and you're actually giving love for yourself, so try to do that, and that will take away a lot of the dryness and the coldness that you even feel emotionally. It actually makes you very happy and joyful. Number 4, physical activity. Now that is very important. As we get older and older, people are not inclined to move as much, but really that is what is going to help you quite a bit to keep your movements going. as you get older. Now, again, walking is the best exercise for Vata. So if you're not able to do 30-40 segments in the morning, time in the morning, it is actually good to break it up into 10 to 15 minutes after each meal. In fact, modern science agrees with that. If you're a diabetic or have health conditions, this is actually going to regularize your sugar more than just doing one big stint in the morning or in the evening. So try this, because this will definitely give you the energy that you need to keep going all day long. Number 5, again, we want to keep the stress level down, especially when you get older. You get more stressed because you worry about too many things or you're very anxious. So again, pranayama, which I talked about last week also, is very effective. So this deep breathing, this deep yogic breathing will help you calm down the vata and connect the body and the mind so that you don't feel so ungrounded all the time. So this is something you need to start practicing. It is almost like therapy for anybody as they get older. Number 6, one thing about aging is a lot of people become very lonely at that age. Why is that? Because again, the dryness, you kind of feel cold emotionally, you feel dry emotionally. So it's very hard to get the enthusiasm back into your life and the joy back into your life. Now remember, Vata energy is creative energy. So your creativity is also probably gone down. You kind of put it in the back burner. So this is a time to pick up something very creative. And now we see a lot of people coming up with these drawing books and painting and doing all kinds of crafts and things like that. So those are some really nice activities. So you can actually start doing this if you like reading or you like to writing things, or even taking up some kind of music or crafts. I think I would suggest do any of these things to bring that enthusiasm back into your life and also have something to occupy your time. Remember, they say idle man's brain is a devil's workshop. So when you sit there lonely and not doing anything, then definitely your mind is going to start to wander. Again, Vata energy is always a wandering mind with a lot of mood swings. So when you find something like this to ground yourself, you're also going to find much more happiness, and feeling happy itself will keep you healthy. Number 7, this is the stage in your life that we have been told that it's good to get more into spiritual practices. Again, that's something we should have started very young in our life. But however, at least at this stage in life, and you have more time, this is the time to get into spiritual groups, spiritual activities, connect with like-minded people, because when you feel so detached or disconnected from yourself, this will actually create a connection with something higher, the divinity within, which will give you that infinite bliss and joy. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Just to give you a quick recap. Number 1, make sure you have a daily routine for waking, sleeping, eating, all of that. Number 2, diet should be easily digestible, freshly cooked and eaten in moderate quantities. No skipping or fasting too much, and no dry and cold. Number 3, self-oil massage or abhyanga or snehana. Give yourself some love. Number 4, keep yourself active. Walking is the best exercise. Even if you don't go out for a walk, at least walk inside the house. Number 5, yoga and pranayama go a long way to balance vata. And then the 6th one, of course, to avoid loneliness and pick up a craft or painting, whatever you like, some kind of hobby, so you're happy doing something for yourself. So take care and have a wonderful day. Thank you everyone for joining me. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please like it, subscribe, and share this video with others who might be benefited. Have a wonderful week ahead, and see you next week.